car for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
Now at 7 a.m. on Today in LA Weekend, a burglary at a home in Toluca Lake. The $100,000 worth of items taken, and how many suspects police think were involved. A weekend of adaptive sports is underway in Studio City. The ties to Paralympic gold medalists and why this event means so much for the community. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Michelle. I've got beautiful views outside for you, but you might not be able to see them if you're elevated. Because look at all the clouds. We've got some fog too. We're keeping an eye on those visibility numbers for you this morning.
You're watching NBC4. Here's what's happening today in LA.
Oh, good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, March 22nd, waking up with a little bit of fog. The live look over Universal City. It's going to burn off. It's going to get really warm today. Thank you for waking up with us. I'm Michelle Vias here with the temperatures meteorologist Kelly Moody, always in a good moody. I didn't come up with that. That was our photojournalist, Enrique Roman. He said that yesterday. She's always in a good mood. I said, oh, that's great. That's so
like
cute.
that. Thank you, Enrique.
Here, yellow. Very
Thank
good
you.
Mood.
You know, we're doing our little spring color thing. You know, we're getting ready for what continues to be a warm start to the season.
Feeling like summer, even though it's spring.
But this morning, it looks a little bit more like kind of gloomy spring vibes maybe on that end of things. But as we get into the afternoon, mid to upper 80s, not quite widespread 90s. So that's some good news for us. Won't be quite as warm. So we're getting a little bit of a break. We're going to start first with a look at your current temperatures. Those are hanging out in the mid to upper 50s, low 60s. Not looking too bad. Just want to be able to get you out the door if you've got somewhere to be. Be cautious, though. You could be running into some of that fog. We've been seeing views all across town that have had reduced visibility, and that's because of our increasing onshore flow. Thankfully, most of our visibility numbers have been ranging between 4 to 5 miles. It gets clearer the farther inland you go, so keep that in mind as well. For your Sunday, daytime highs mostly hanging out in the 70s and 80s, cooler by the coast, and of course up in the high desert. We'll continue to see increasing chances for reduced visibility and morning fog over the next several days, and then our temperatures continue to stay warm. We are expecting temperatures to stay persistently warm as we look ahead toward the upcoming week. 90s will be back with us, but you've still got a little bit of time to enjoy some slightly more mild conditions. We'll time out that warming for you coming up in a few minutes. Michelle?
Kelly, thank you. Taking a live look over at LAX this morning. President Trump planning to place ICE agents at U.S. airports to help the severe TSA staffing shortages. LAX has not seen much of an impact so far, but many airports across the nation have seen long security lines go out the door as the partial government shutdown continues. The Department of Homeland Security says 400 TSA workers have quit since the shutdown began last month. The highest call-out rate during the shutdown came Friday at over 10% of agents off the job nationwide. Increased wait times during the spring break travel period has hobbled airports and left TSA agents financially strapped. And right now, the TSA agents are on day 37 of no pay. The president says ICE agents are ready to go on Monday if lawmakers cannot reach a deal. President Trump says ICE agents work in airports and would include arresting all undocumented immigrants right here coming into the country. In other news, 2 people are wanted this morning after breaking into this home in Toluca Lake, stealing items worth more than $100,000. The LAPD tells NBC4 the suspects smashed through the back door of this home on Whipple Street at around 10:30 last night. We're told they took jewelry and clothing and ran off. Police say no one was home at the time. This is the second break-in this weekend. Police are also looking for suspects involved in a crime in Glendale. Where in LA can you play archery, soccer, paraclimbing, basketball, golf, pickleball, swimming, and track and field all in one weekend? We're talking about the 3rd annual Angel City Sports Youth Weekend, officially underway. The sports festival is held for children with physical disability and impairments. Let's go to NBC4's Annette Ariola there at Harvard Westlake to tell us more about this fun in Studio City. Good morning, my friend.
Hey there, good morning to you, Michelle. Hello, everybody. Yeah, and the toddler games are happening today starting at 9 a.m. here on the beautiful campus of Harvard Westlake. And, you know, this is such a great event, Michelle, because kids from all over the country come out here, some as far away as Hawaii, to do what kids love to do the most, and that is to play. Now, this is a fun-filled weekend with 14 adaptive sports for youth athletes 18 and under with physical disabilities and visual impairments. Kids are going to be able to play several sports, meet coaches, and participate at their own pace. Now, friends and family members are also encouraged to join in because this is a totally inclusive event. There's several families that have participated in past years, and you also have those that are enrolling for the very first time. And for many of these families, this is their introduction to adaptive sports and the beginning of an athletic journey, whether it be recreational or competitive. So again, this event is totally free, and the message is that everyone can thrive because there is a place for all of our children in our community. So again, signing up is completely free. It all starts at 9 o'clock this morning here at Harvard Westlake, and we can't wait to see and meet all of those families. Michelle, will send it back to you.
We love to see it. Annette, thank you so much. In Canoga Park, a woman is in custody after attempting to stab someone and barricading herself. This all unfolded after 7:30 last night along Glassport Avenue. There was a huge police presence outside the home. The LAPD was able to take her into custody hours later, just after midnight. Rounding out to a 5-hour barricade situation, it's unclear if anyone was hurt. An update now. Animal Services actively working to get hundreds of animals taken from a Lake Hughes property into proper homes. More than 300 of them were taken on Friday, where officials say they appear to be neglected. The animals included 232 dogs, 66 cats, 1 rabbit, a goose, parrot, 2 goats, and a pig. NBC4 had spoken with a woman who lives on the property who claims she takes care of the animals and says they are healthy. The Best Friends Los Angeles Adoption Center is now one of the many organizations trying to clear their shelters to make room for these rescued animals, and they're asking for your help to foster or adopt.
We work together. All of the shelter partners and the rescue partners in the community, they band together and they do what they can. And what we hope is that the public will do what they can and step up and foster or adopt any of these amazing animals like Mildred.
Well, if you're interested, Best Friends LA will be open starting at 11 a.m. The LA County Animal Care Centers will also be open at the same time today to make space for the large-scale rescue.
I got a full house. Don't show me those images. I can't handle it. I can't take any more. I'm so sorry. 4 is enough. All right, let's take a look outside at our current visibility numbers. If you got to walk the dog this morning, you might be running into some pockets of fog. We're going to take a nice tight look at some of those areas where we're seeing the most dense of that fog. 4 to 5 miles for Oxnard and Camarillo, not looking too bad. But as we head down into the South Bay, Torrance down to just a mile of visibility. 3 miles of visibility recorded most recently at LAX. Looking a little bit deeper into the Inland Empire, you can see we do have one pocket there that's limiting visibility for Corona, but we're doing okay for Chino and Riverside. So just some pockets sinking down into some of those valleys. So that's something we'll continue to monitor for you. A beautiful view this morning from Catalina. But yes, you can see that fog is definitely present off the coast. We'll continue to see that fog and low clouds rolling on in over the next couple of days during the morning hours. At the coast for today, I expect temperatures in the 70s, Los Angeles Basin, Orange County, valleys, warming up to the mid to upper 80s. A couple spots in the Inland Empire will still reach up into those low 90s for today, but this is some massive relief compared to where we've been lately. And while it still may be way above what's considered normal for this time of year, we'll take what we can get. Your Sunday will be cooler again with those temperatures not looking quite as bad. More morning fog and low clouds to come, but that heat will also be back for us. Warmer temperatures are ahead with peak heat expected midweek. We'll be talking about those temperatures in the 90s coming up in a few minutes. Michelle?
Kelly, thank you so much. Still ahead on Today in LA Weekend, a driver punched and kneed by police here. The pursuit that led to this and what the neighbors are saying. Plus, New details on a home break-in in Glendale that we told you about yesterday. The lone clue officers are now looking into and where the investigation now lies. And as